Hey you guys, it's your girl AJ, the Glamour Witch, and we're back for another video. Today's video, we are diving into my newest ritual, the Lust Drunk Indora lingerie working. This isn't just about attraction. This is about summoning a sensual and satisfying sneaky link and charging your lingerie to be a magical beacon for pleasure, power, and lust. In this ritual, we will be doing candle magic using herbs, spices, oils, honey, to awaken raw passion and desire. We'll also be creating a skin-safe, sensual linen wash designed to enchant your lingerie. Lingerie specifically spelled for when you're ready to play, flirt, and magnetize the exact kind of lover into your bed. This piece of lingerie will become a magical tool, a spell in itself, one you wear to cast. So if you're ready to turn up the heat, anchor your sexual energy, and command attention without saying a single word, you're in the right place. So grab your favorite lingerie, all your spell ingredients, and let's get started. So what you need for this are 2 red candles, and if you want to do just one big candle you can, but because I want to use this tonight, it's best for you to use candles that are going to burn out quickly. So yes, so I also have the lingerie that I'm going to be blessing. So here is the top part and here are the bottoms, and you want to make sure that they're clean before you do anything with them. So we're going to start by passing the lingerie through some incense. I'm going to be using my Glamour Magic incense. This is available at my website, theglamourwitch.com, and Glamour Magic incense are basically to charge, consecrate, and bless any items that you're going to be using for the purpose of glamour magic. It heightens allure, it heightens beauty, sensuality, and enchantment. So I'm just going to pass it through. And this just is going to kind of prep our work. And I'm also going to pass the candles through the smoke as well to cleanse them. Now you can use Florida water for this, which you're going to see me do as well, but it doesn't hurt to double down. Okay, just put that off to the side, and I will cleanse them with a little bit of Florida water as well. All right, so I'm going to put these candles here. So you're going to see me first do the candles, but I do want to talk about a couple of things when it comes to blessing these ingredients. Now you can feel free to kind of make your own herbal mixture, but this is what I know will not cause irritation for me. You might be different. There might be things that you want to leave in, add out, or leave in or take out, and you should be mindful of that. Now, of course, whenever doing any of this, be cautious of your own personal body type. If you are a man or a woman, whoever is using this, you just want to be making sure that you are using ingredients and being mindful of the ingredients that you're using that may be harmful to your specific skin type, as well as the sensitive areas of your body, right? Because this is going to be up against you. So, and because this piece of lingerie is a thong, it's going to be very close to me. So that's just something to keep in mind. But all the ingredients that I have listed here are have been used before. I haven't had any issues with, and I've also been able to measure them out in a way that is easier for my skin and less irritating for those areas. So just keep that in mind. There's literally only one thing that would maybe slightly cause an irritation, but we're using a small amount of it that I don't think it's going to do any damage. So anyways, let's move on. All right, so I'm going to be anointing these candles with my cinnamon oil. I'm actually going to be uploading a video of how I made this cinnamon oil in a new series that I'm doing. So just stay tuned for that. Anyways, cinnamon oil on these candles. And there are 3 different types of cinnamon. So the ingredients in this are cinnamon bark, cinnamon chips, and cinnamon powder, which gives this really rich consistency. It almost looks like chocolate. It's really, really interesting. I don't know if I can show you guys, but yeah. And this has been sitting and steeping, and I've blessed this and I've charged this. And so cinnamon is going to bring desire, and it's also going to bring speed to this work. Next, we're going to add in Damiana. Damiana is for lust, flirtation, and a euphoric attraction. Ooh, that just stuck me. Whoa. Damiana is for lust, flirtation, and a euphoric attraction. And I just got pricked by a leaf, which is very odd. It's never happened to me before, so I don't really know what that means. Ow. Just reached in there too hard, I guess. All right, we're just gonna bless and activate that. We're also gonna add in some honey. Now, this is going to make the work a little bit sticky, but I find that this is actually a nice little touch here, as it makes everything else that we're gonna add into this work stick. You only need just a little bit. You saw how much I put on there, and I'm just gonna roll this a little bit. All right. All right, and just get that nice and sticky on there. And bring these back together. The honey is going to sweeten and be a sticky allure to this work. We're gonna add in some chili flakes, okay? Chili flakes are going to be great for passion and raw sexual heat. You can also use cayenne if you don't have chili flakes. Remember, this is centered primarily around lust. So although we are going to add in some sweetening elements into this, we're really talking about passion and not really romance. So just keep that in mind. Now, if you would like there to be some sweetness in terms of like how you're wooed, you can add a bit of rose petals to kind of just sweeten the interaction and make it a little bit more romantically charged if you're someone who needs that to get yourself revved. But if you don't, leave it out. Now you can do any type of oil that you like over these candles. You can do, I like this munch oil because this makes someone very, very like hungry for you, insatiable as well. This is from Jack's Witchy Way. Okay, so this actually has aphrodisiac properties in it. I don't know why the camera is not focusing. And this is from Moonlight and Sage. So, you know, there is, let me see if I can get it to focus. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, anyways, this has pheromones in it, insatiable. There's also the munch oil from Moonlight and Sage, which makes you turn into like a literal snack. People are craving you. You can also use savage oil from The Conjure, which I really like. And or you can use your Sweet on Me spell oil that I have posted on my YouTube channel, so go ahead and check that out. You can really use any love spell oil, but it should be something that's like hot and steamy. Another good oil is Love Haunt or Strawberry Lust from the Conjure Cardia. Really, really great oil as well. You can use a magnetism oil. You can use a hot and spicy oil, whatever. You decide what you want, but I would add and anoint these with some spell oils here. And I know we're kind of like doing this backwards, but it gets a little sticky and messy, and I need my hands to be kind of clear. So I'm gonna add my munch oil. I'm also going to add the insatiable oil. All right, we're gonna just pray over them all together. All right, so now that we have our candles, we're just gonna place them. Now, if you have a plate, then you would obviously place them on the plate, but because of the way that my thing is set up, I'm using this really beautiful altar setup. This is like a little special treat that I got for myself for my birthday this year. All right, so there you have it. We have our candles, and these are going to be our activating guides for the work that we're doing. Now the next part is going to require a couple of more steps. All right, so now you're going to add your warm water. You only need a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to, you can also add moon water to this if you'd like, but I'm just going to add my rose water. Okay. I'm going to add a spoonful of Damiana, as you can see. And we're going to bless all of these for the same intentions, right? So the rose water is going to be for attraction and beauty. The Damiana is going to make you an aphrodisiac, a walking aphrodisiac. And then we're going to add in just a little bit. Either you can do cinnamon bark, which is like much more solid. I don't know if you guys can see. You can do cinnamon bark, which are much more solid pieces, or you can add a drop of cinnamon oil. If you feel that this would be too irritating for you, then just leave it out. Not a big deal. Another good substitute is hibiscus, but I'm gonna add in 1, 2, 3 drops of cinnamon oil. Okay. And then I am also going to add in some vanilla essential oil. You can also use vanilla extract, okay? But you're going to add 1 singular drop. And to make sure that it is in fact 1 singular drop, I'm going to take this same dropper bottle and boom. Now if you'd like to add more, you can. I'm probably going to add 2 more. Okay, and place it all back in there. The rose water is going to be great for love and attraction and softening your sensuality. The Damiana, of course, is going to be great for aphrodisiac properties. The cinnamon is also going to help bring speed and attraction, right? The vanilla is great for seduction and sweetness, right? It's a very, very powerful love spell ingredient, and it really pulls people in. So this is a very essential part of this work, okay? Now you want to let this steep for a few moments. Specifically, you want to let it steep with the Damiana here, but just kind of give it a stir. Now, it's in my book of shadows, I have here me stirring it with my hands, but this is a little bit too hot right now for me to like just dip my fingers in. But if you are doing this type of an infusion and you're doing it, let's say in a pot first, and then you want to pour that that liquid over, you can totally do that. And that actually probably would have been a better idea than what I'm doing right now. But this is the raw essence of this work, and I want that that plant matter to interact with and engage with my lingerie. So that's why I'm keeping it all here in this kind of bath together. So we're just gonna continue to stir this. And while you're stirring it, the incantation for this work is: wash me in want, lace me in longing. May this cloth seduce, enchant, and consume. And you want to stir this and speak this over the water while it's brewing. And then once you have begun the process of lighting your candles, you'll continue to speak over the water. Imagine that like glowing red pink aura around the water, humming with this sexual electricity. And you'll say, this is not water, this is liquid lore, drawn from Venus and Mars to open the door. May it cling to my skin and call to theirs. May this scent and sight ignite their stares. Okay? And so you'll let it submerge in the water, let it steep. You'll continue to speak to the lingerie, right? And we'll get into that in just a second. I light the flame of desire. Let them crave. Let them seek. Let them sweat. Let them speak. Lust awaken, bodies rise. May passion see me through their eyes. I light the fire of desire. Let them crave, let them seek, let them sweat, let them speak. Lust awaken, bodies arise. May passion see me through their eyes. You are now charmed. You are now power. When I wear you, I become the desire. Draw to me the ones who crave me, who'll worship me, adore me, and satisfy me. Now we will allow this to sit. We will let the candles burn out. And once the candles have finished burning, we will take a tongue, pull them out. Because they have a little bit of the herbs on them, I am going to just kind of not rinse them. I'm going to actually let them dry, and then once they've dried, it'll be easier to just kind of remove that. But if you want to skip that step, I personally like the plant matter touching the clothes, so that's why I kept them in there. But if you want to skip that step, because like maybe let's say you're trying to wear them tonight and you want to go out with them tonight, then I would say steep this in a pot prior, do all this in a pot, and then pour, sift all the herbs out, and then pour that liquid over this. That way you can just drain it and then either pop it into the dryer if you really need, you're pressed for time, or you can always just let them air dry and then wear them the very next day. But that is it. Once you've dried these as well, one other point that I want to make, when you go to wear these blessed garment pieces, there is an activation incantation that you want to speak when you place them on your body, and that is, I wear desire, I wear delight, let lust find me, tonight's the night. No shame, no fear, just open play, let pleasure come, and let them stay. And that is the activation, and you'll do that every time you go to wear this. Now, for anyone who's going to ask, like, how many times should you do this? I would say anytime you feel like it needs a little extra boost, you can always redo it. But a good rule of thumb with workings like this, with like charging things, especially when you're going to be washing this after, is at least you want to redo this working once a month, depending on how often you use these, right? Obviously, you're going to wash them no matter what, but you may not need to do it every single month, right? Like you may not, need to wear these every single time, whatever the case may be. This is kind of like one of those things where you're trying to kind of reel in new romantic flings or passionate flings. And so, you might only need to use this once or twice, right? Especially if you're talking about wearing this to attract people that you've not met yet. But when you're meeting someone and then like they become your sneaky link and like that's your person, you're not going to wear the same underwear every single time that you see them. So obviously you can do this with different pairs of lingerie. You can also create other types of talismans, and then of course you will always want to anoint yourself with spell oils and do your glamour magic work alongside that. And I highly recommend that if you want more tips on that, that you go and purchase my book, Baddie Bruja Secrets, which is only available on my website, theglamourwitch.com. But yes, so we're going to let this finish and wrap this up. And there you have it. Your Endora lingerie is now charged and ready to be activated, infused with seduction and spellbound with your desires. From this point forward, this isn't just underwear. This is a magical weapon, a velvet tether of lust and attraction, ready to pull the right one in. So you can wear it when you go out, you can wear it when you're going on a date, you can even wear it when you're texting someone special. Wear it when you know you want to be touched, teased, and seen. Most of all, wear it when you are ready to claim your power as the one who chooses, not the one who waits to be chosen. If this ritual turned you on in more ways than one, then you're gonna love what comes next. Be sure to comment and like this, and if you have not already, please consider subscribing to my channel so that you can continue to tap into the magic. And if you want more spells like this, I highly recommend that you go to my website, theglamourwitch.com, and become a Baddie Bruja member, where I offer exclusive rituals, spells, and discounts on my group ceremonies that you cannot find anywhere else. So, with all that being said, I'll see you in my next video. Be blessed.